Controversies of the day. How's everybody doing out there? We are what now? We're getting in the later part of March here, almost April. And don't forget April 15th, everybody. Primary season out there across the country. Please get out and vote, people. They just had a primary here in Illinois. Only about 25%, and by the way, I could be exaggerating to the positive side a little bit. 25%, people. This is your primary. This is your primary. The heartland of America, the land of Lincoln, Illinois. What is wrong with you people? Oh my gosh. I mean, this is important stuff, you know, and so many of these, again, these midterm years, the non-presidential race years, the voting is even lower. Get out and vote. They're robbing you. They tax you like crazy, especially in blue states like Illinois, New York, California. But it's your job. And some people have died for your right to have representative government. I mean, understand that. You know, when you look at that flag and all that, yeah, that's just a flag. It's on a cloth and blah, blah. Does it mean something to you? You can do the very least and vote. Are they all crooks? Nah, you got me there. But pick your poison. Lesser of the evil, lesser of the weasels, whatever you want to say. Please get out there and vote, people. 25% turnout in the Illinois for the Illinois primary they just had. There was congressional races, U.S. Senate seats, the gubernatorial situation, what Republican's going to run again against Fat Boy Pritzker. Looks like it's going to be Darren Bailey again, a rematch. Hopefully Darren's more successful this second time around. Anyway, point is, get out there, folks, and vote. All right. Well, I want to switch gears here a little. We like to talk a lot of politics. You know, we're going to come back to politics. But I can't help but notice this stuff, okay? You know, you got actors out there like John Leguizamo, whatever. One of the best careers going, dude, okay? I'm serious, folks, okay? He does the Slash voice in the Ice Age movies. I mean, this guy goes back to Carlito's Way with Pacino from, like, I don't know, 94, 95 or something. This guy's had I think it was even in Spike Lee's big movie, Do the Right Thing or whatever. I mean, this guy's had again, he's not Tom Cruise, right? But one of the best consistent, careers in Hollywood. He likes to rip on America all the time, even though he's worth $30 million. And he married a gringa, by the way. He's from Colombia, but Anyway, I mean, if anybody should be Viva America, Viva United States of America, it should be you, John. But it's your whole type. You want to make everything racial, blah, 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 blah. So Leguizamo, or the girl I love, I don't love her, but I love her music. Layla Hathaway, who, she puts all this, anti, MAGA stuff or whatever. Everybody's a white supremacist. Well, how about your Academy Awards? Are you guys a bunch of white supremacists or what? Crickets? What? Crickets? What? No, I mean, Sinners didn't win for Best Movie, right? And Sinner didn't win for Best Director. Oh, Ryan lost. Now, Ryan didn't go away empty-handed. He got to have best original screenplay. There's adapted screenplay and original screenplay. I don't know. He won one of them. I think it was original. So Ryan, I forget how you say his name. Is it Coogler? I forget how you say his name. So Ryan, he's a good director. He's directed Michael P. Jordan and some other things before, and here he directed Sinners, and Sinners had a lot of nominations. So Sinners did not win for Best Movie, and Ryan did not win for Best Director. Oh, the white man, Paul Thomas Anderson, he won again. So are you all a bunch of white supremacists? I mean, come on now, by your standards, how you like to see everything. Now, again, Michael P. Jordan won for Best Actor. That was nice, sure, okay. And he went and talked about a lot of black successful actors before him who blazed the way, and that's all nice. And it was very cool. He went out later to an In-N-Out burger joint, and there's a bunch of video of that online. It was very cool, Michael P. Jordan doing that. That was very cool, going to In-N-Out burger, and a bunch of people were there, and, being a man of the people, that's a cool thing. But I can't get over this, and this thing where Ryan, the director of Sinners, he loses. He loses for Best Director. Okay, but who wins? White man, Paul Thomas Anderson, for one thing after another, and that wins Best Movie also, and it's garbage. It's complete garbage, okay? a whole bunch of other movies that whatever of Anna Lee thing and again, Die My Love and Eddington, so many were not even nominated. Okay, I mean it's just ridiculous. And one thing after another, because it has this kind of leftist thing. It's dumb, folks. Let me show you. It's like real PC, real lefty. They set up the strong black woman character in the beginning of the movie, right? And then she betrays her revolutionary husband and in the group that they're in, some French Legion or I don't know, French 75, whatever the hell it is. And then she gets together with this cartoon of a character, Sean Penn, who plays this military guy, and you think she's playing him, and then she is playing him, and then she double crosses him. And then she just leaves the movie, right? And then the movie just goes on to her daughter. She has the baby and then she just takes off. To her daughter and to Leonardo DiCaprio as he plays this loser. He's trying to be like the dude from The Big Lebowski almost, but it doesn't fit, doesn't work. It's all just stupid. And he's just a stoner loser. And then you think, well, this strong black female woman character that you set up in the beginning of your movie, she's going to come back in the movie, right? She's going to come back in the story or some point, right? No. That's how dumb it is. She comes back in a letter to the daughter at the end. I mean, you what? So the movie should not even been nominated, in my opinion, and it ends up winning. You say you're better than all of us, and we're all white supremacists, and we're all racist, and oh my God, racism. And here you are, you people, in California, in New York, in showbiz. Oh, you're so progressive. And Paul Thomas Anderson, he wins. Okay. Poor Ryan. Well, he didn't go away empty-handed, and your actor won the lead actor role. So I guess, I don't know. But to broaden the picture, have we ever had a black director win the Academy Awards? Ever? I ask you. No. There have been some nominated, okay? But we've never had an African-American director win for Best Director at the Academy Awards. 100 years. How many years have you been doing these Academy Awards? Oh, you're so progressive. We're so progressive. Oh. Are you? Who's the white supremacist? Oh, by the way, I think there's been Latino and Asian directors who won. I mean, you could spin that one either way, right? But there's never been any black. Have you ever, and by the way, it's always in California, right? Hey, Cali, have you ever had a black governor? Have you ever had a black governor, Cali? But MAGA's the problem. But, everybody who doesn't agree with your politics is a white supremacist. No, that's a lie. It's all lie. It's all lie. You play these games. I have just proven to you how you are ridiculous. You're wrong. Your facts are all wrong. The whole thing. It's just like how Jasmine Crockett likes to play these games, and a whole host of other people like to play these games. Brandon Johnson. Let's go, Brandon, Chicago, the mayor. It's just ridiculous. It's all just ridiculous. So, if you people are going to preach, what's the old line? Practice what you preach. Otherwise, shut the F up. Okay? It's just that simple. Oh my God, it's just that simple. All right, let's move on to the theater of politics in our crazy world today. Of course, we got this war going on in Iran. I want this thing to get wrapped up, folks. I want the prices of gasoline to come down. I don't want to see any of our troops come back, in body bags or, with the flags draped across the casket. I mean, it's not. Oh, I don't know. What a world. So Logan and I are watching, I always tell people, there's so much going on with YouTube, and I think it's still kind of the Wild West, and it's kind of great. It's a wonderful thing, and eventually they'll probably clamp down on it. watching this Professor Jang, is it? I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. He's on a lot of shows right now. He's really become a darling. I mean, he's been around for a while. He says he's a professor, and they show different classes that he's taught, I think allegedly in Peking or Beijing, China. I'm not 100% sure what the guy seems to be a smart dude. He likes that a little too much. But he's interesting. I mean, is he a Chinese spy? I'm sure he has some pressure, at least a little bit, by the Chinese government. Well, I'm sure they overlord him, quite a bit. Anyway, he's been in a lot of different podcast shows recently, and he seems to be the darling right now. So he's an interesting dude to listen to. And he's talking about a lot of things that are going on right now with the Iran war. He thinks Trump can't win this thing, but he says, Trump can't stop, because if Trump stops, and he's going to get arrested or something. I mean, he's got this whole kind of game theory scenario for where things are at right now, which is quite fascinating indeed. Whether you like Professor Chang or not, obviously, our geopolitical situation is huge. Obviously, folks, if this doesn't get better soon, there's no reason in the world, at least a sad possibility, this could just go boom, 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 and the dominoes could fall. This could get very, very ugly very, very fast. As I've said before, I still have China and their concerns with Taiwan. That's still here. It's not going anywhere. It's still there. There's lots of stuff going on. The Straits of Hormuz. Obviously, so much of the world's energy supply goes right through there. It's so important. So again, this situation needs to get under control fast. Otherwise, things are going to look bad for Trump, and it's going to look bad for the Republicans with the midterms. Now, some people say there's been polling, and no, people like what the Republicans are doing. Blah blah blah. I don't know what they're talking about. I think within the right, the American right, there's been kind of a split, schism, whatever you want to call it, a divide over several things. It's not just Israel, but that's part of it. And we're not seeing a president of peace right now. We're seeing more of a war kind of a president. And again, I've told you who to go to war with, and then that'd be the drug cartels. We could just knock them out pretty fast. But for some reason we don't. Things that make you go, oh, they took care of a few of them off Venezuela. Yeah, okay, well, how's Venezuela doing? No more drugs coming out of Venezuela? Where are we at with Venezuela? How's it going down there? I'm sure we're going to be talking about Venezuela again in the future. All right, so Professor Chang, he likes to talk about astrology a lot too, which is the other crazy thing about Israel, about Iran, and the whole situation, because a lot of people, there's a lot of Christians in the world, and here in the United States, for example, that really think that, the end times is going to come. So we're going to do future shows talking more and more about some of that stuff, because it gets weird, folks. The whole topic gets weird. Now, I'll try to give it all its due as we go down the road, talking about astrology. And astrology it's basically different religious beliefs towards their own end time situations. And there might be more of a Muslim one. There definitely is a Christian one, maybe even a Judaic one as well. And so all that's coming up on future shows. Again, his name is Professor Jang, if you're interested. And he's got, several podcasts out there. He's also the guest of some other people. I think he had an appearance with Tucker recently. Oh, and then there's Tucker. Oh, are they threatening him with legal actions? Oh, boy, yeah. Is this going to be weird? Are we, many of us on the right, I say that, I don't know if I even should say that anymore, but, we're always concerned with censorship from the left during the Biden years. And now, I don't know, is there some new stuff brewing from the right, from the Trump people? I mean, some lefties have been claiming it for a long time. I just haven't really seen it, but now, I don't know. I'm starting to see something kind of funny here. We'll definitely see what's going on with Tucker. I don't think Tucker is, I don't think he should be shut up. I believe in freedom of speech. You don't have to like him. You don't have to watch him. He's not my favorite. I don't know if he should be trusted. I don't know if anybody should be trusted. Okay, I don't care if it's who it is, Alex Jones or people that I happen to like the PBD Valuetainment show. Some of their stuff recently, I'm like, yeah, there's all kinds of interesting shows out there from Joe Rogan, and on and on and on. It goes on and on. But I love all the discourse. I love all the freedom of speech. I love the exchange of ideas. And Bill Maher, look at his show example. It's another one. He mixes in comedy with things that are going on in the news. the same kind. I love all that, and with our First Amendment, that's what we should want, all of us, from whatever political side you're on. Hey, speaking of a couple guys. I don't know. The bromance is not happening there. Did you see this? Rand Paul and Senator Mullins. Now, Mullins is up for Kristi Noem's spot at the Department of Homeland Security, but he's got to go through hearings and he's got to get approved by the Senate. Basically they're going to have a vote on him. And he and Rand Paul got into it. This was so interesting. And again, both Republicans, right? And Mullins, I think, out of Oklahoma, and Rand Paul out of Kentucky. And Mullins, I guess, somewhere along the way said something like about Rand Paul, I call him a snake, and he could see why his neighbor attacked him some years ago. So if you're not familiar, Senator Rand Paul was attacked by his neighbor. I don't know if his neighbor's politics were on the left or the right, but he was attacked by his neighbor and broke some ribs, and he got hurt pretty bad. And wow, I mean, for somebody to say that, especially with the violence, the political violence that we've been having here in America, the last couple of years especially, the assassination attempt on the then candidate Trump in 2024, the things that have happened with Democrats in Minnesota. I'm talking about Democrat officials who were killed under some strange circumstances, things that almost happened to Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania. I mean, there's been so many things on both sides of the aisle that have happened here. It's horrible stuff. And to say something like that, anyway, I don't know. I don't like Mullins. What do you think of Mullins? Please put your views in the comments below. Do you like Mullins, or do you dislike Rand Paul, or do you like Paul or Rand Paul and you dislike Mullins? I don't know. I'm sure the left was getting a kick out of two Republicans, jousting it, just verbal jousting, thank goodness. But he's a character, this Mullins. Holy mackerel. I don't know. Maybe those guys should just go out bowling together. What do you think? Are they going to solve it all? Are they going to hug it out? I don't know. Maybe have a couple beers and some bowling. Maybe it's too late for that. Oh, jeez. What a world, folks. What a world. All right, everybody, you take care out there. Stock market, it's under some pressure. Even gold's selling off a little bit here. Is the stock market about to roll over? Is Meta, M-E-T-A. I'm not telling you to do this. Is it headed to 550? It was, trading over 600 for so long, and now it's just come down under 600, and I don't know. It just feels like the whole market might be rolling over here. I could be wrong. We shall see what happens here. It looks like it's making a big head and shoulders. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It could change direction here, one way or the other. Anyway, take care, everybody. Keep those gas tanks full, because we don't know if those prices are coming down anytime soon. All right. Take care, America.